For all your t-shirt needs, check out TeePublic's Killer Selection. Follow the link in the description. Hey, what's up, people? Pizzal here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the new 4K UHD Blu-ray release for Blade Runner 2049. Now, this is mostly going to be a review of this Blu-ray release. I did a full review of the movie when it first came out in theaters. Blade Runner 2049 also made my list of favorite movies of 2017, so go check out both those videos for a more in-depth discussion on the film itself. Needless to say, I loved Blade Runner 2049. It was the kind of movie that reminded me of why I love movies. It reminded me of the power of the cinematic medium. When you have a visionary filmmaker, you have a compelling story, you have great actors delivering fantastic performances, you have a moving score, it all comes together to create an immersive movie-going experience. And I think that's the best way that I can describe Blade Runner 2049 is it is an immersive movie-going experience. And watching the movie in 4K, Blade Runner 2049 is the kind of movie that 4K was designed for. There were moments in this film in 4K where it felt like I could reach through the TV screen and touch these people. I literally said to myself more than once, my God, it's like I'm in the same room with these people. That is how, it's not just the clarity of the picture. It goes beyond that. The images almost leap right off the screen at you. And you talk about colors popping. There's a lot of moments in this movie that really depict, Los Angeles 2049 as this cold, snowy, rainy, just bombed out, kind of dreary world. And then you have these explosions of really vibrant, beautiful colors, reds and blues and pinks and just phenomenal colors. And when those colors pop, it's like I had to wink, it's like I had to, wince, because they were so bright. They just really popped off the screen in 4K. And even the sequences that take place in the very, the bleak, snowy, bombed out Los Angeles, they still look fantastic. I mean, I'm not someone for 3D. I've never been a big 3D person. Because I wear glasses, I have to put the 3D glasses over my glasses, or I get a headache. I get a headache. So 4K for me was like, it had that, again, images just popping right off the screen, or really, to be perfectly honest, it was as if there was no screen at all. Again, it was like I could just reach right through the screen and touch them, or like I was in the same room with the characters in Blade Runner 2049. As far as the picture quality and sound quality for this release, if I had to grade them or rate them, I'd give them an A+. I'd give them a 10 out of 10. I'd give them a 5 out of 5. Whatever the rating scale would be, the picture quality and the sound quality for this release would be perfect. Picture quality and the sound quality for Blade Runner 2049 in 4K is absolutely superb. Period. As far as extras are concerned, first up we have Designing the World of Blade Runner 2049. It's a 21-minute and 55-second making-of featurette. It includes interviews with producer Andrew Kozov, director Denis Villeneuve, Ridley Scott, Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, production designer Dennis Gassner, DP Roger Deakins, and Ana de Armas, Dave Bautista, and more. They all discuss the design of the film, from the architecture to the sets to the overall look of the film and the color palette. Denis Villeneuve discusses his desire to use as little green screen as possible while making the film. They discuss the props, the costumes, Kay's vehicle, his pistol, the design of specific sets like the Wallace Building and the post-Dirty Bomb Las Vegas. Really insightful, really informative, really good making of documentary for Blade Runner 2049. And it includes a great quote from Ridley Scott in which he says something to the effect of it, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, after the first Blade Runner, people asked me, why did I make that movie so rainy? Why did I make that movie so dark? Because I wanted to make it effing rainy, and I wanted to make it dark. Next up, we have To Be Human, casting Blade Runner 2049 at 17 minutes and 15 seconds in length. It includes interviews with Denis Villeneuve, Ryan Gosling, screenwriter Hampton Fancher, Ridley Scott, Harrison Ford, producer Broderick Johnson, Ana de Armas, Sylvia Hoek, Mackenzie Davis, Carla Jury, Lenny James, Dave Bautista, Jared Leto, and more. Denis Villeneuve discusses why he wanted to cast each actor for their individual roles, and the actors discuss their characters, working with Denis and being part of the Blade Runner universe. Very nice featurette there. Next up, we have 3 different prologues for the film. They all total 28 minutes and 6 seconds in length. They each include an intro by Denis Villeneuve. They include 2022 Blackout, 2036 Nexus Dawn, and 2048 Nowhere to Run. My favorite of the 3 was 2048 Nowhere to Run, which featured Dave Bautista's character, and it gave a nice little... added some character to Dave Bautista's character in the film, and I really dug that. Next up, we have Blade Runner 101. It is 6 vignettes that total 11 minutes and 22 seconds in length. They include Blade Runners, The Replicant's Evolution, The Rise of the Wallace Corp, Welcome to 2049, Joys, Within the Skies, Spinners, Pilotfish, and Barracudas. Each vignette features interviews with cast and crew members in which they discuss what a Blade Runner is, how replicants have evolved since the first film, and how the Wallace Corp rose to prominence. This is a very nice 4K Blu-ray release for Blade Runner 2049. We have a plethora of extras on here, and the picture quality and sound quality are both superb. If you did not see Blade Runner 2049 in the theaters, by all means, go out and check out Blade Runner 2049. If you are 4K capable, pick up the 4K Blu-ray, because Blade Runner 2049 is the kind of movie that 4K was made for. If you saw Blade Runner 2049 in the theater, you definitely want to look into picking up the film on Blu-ray. Again, if you're 4K capable, pick up the 4K Blu-ray release of the film. And yeah, it is immersive. Very, very immersive. Yes. This Blu-ray release also includes a digital code, which I will be giving away. Follow the link in the description. Head over to my website to enter to win the digital code for this release. If you saw Blade Runner 2049, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. If you've already seen the film in 4K, please let me know what you think of the film in 4K down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the $1 a month club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Turi Delamore, Richard Mead, Jeremiah Lambert, Johnny Yeager, Orc145626, Derek Jana, Farron Sutton, and Robert Sobel. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.